Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Sunshine's Corner. It is, what day is it? Thursday?
It's Thursday.
It's raining on the outside. It's 1 week out from Christmas.
Yes.
I'm doing one of those saws. It's that day. But you know what? I've got my good friend, Tara Spencer, from the Pensacola Police Department, and we're going to talk about things that we need to talk about because of the holiday season. Ladies and gentlemen, I say this because I keep up with the news, I watch things, I see other things, and as I was watching, and I see so much that's happening, and then even an officer, I don't know what county that was in, but was talking about even how the increase of theft,
Yes.
that increases the closer we get to the holiday. We're 1 week out. This is the last shopping week before the holiday. And he also made this statement, because they went from, I think it was from Santa Rosa to Escambia, because I saw Chip there as well.
Yes.
But they were talking about how it increases even when school is out.
Yes. Yes. It
I
does.
thought that was mind-blowing.
Yes.
But the fact what we want to talk about today are the things that's going to make sure that we're safe. We are at the holiday season, and Christmas is supposed to be all about love.
Yes.
I mean, feeling love, giving love, having love,
Sharing love.
sharing love, pulling love back. But the fact of it is, it's a holiday. And how can I say this? Christmas to me is not like it was before. In my life right now, it's not like it was 10 years ago. I don't know whether it's because I'm an empty nester,
Could be.
or is it the fact that even with my family, you know, they're gone.
Yeah.
And it's like with Christmas to me, okay, Lord, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I made it.
I think a lot of times what we don't look back is the change in what kids do. You know, when we were younger, you know, everybody got a new bicycle or something new, and they were outside playing. And so nowadays it's more electronics and gaming systems and VR sets, where they virtual systems they can play on. And so kids aren't always outside playing those things as much as
You
they
are
used
so
to be.
right.
Yeah.
But
So,
I mean, like, I don't care if it was cold.
yeah.
I don't care if it was raining or snowing.
Yeah.
We were outside. All you could see up and down the street.
Yes.
Bikes falling off, getting up. Screaming with a red apple in your hand. I mean, I would.
The bags with the apples, the oranges, and the
Yeah.
nuts, and well, they don't do
Those
that
Brazil
anymore.
nuts are the ones I love the most.
With the candy canes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, I say that because we're doing this, but I want to not take away from the joy of the
Christmas.
holiday.
Yes. Yes, and it's all about your traditions and what you do with your children.
Exactly.
I try to keep mine active in doing certain things. We still bake cookies for Santa, even though they know Santa ain't real anymore. They still bake them.
Who eat the cookies? Your husband?
Either my husband or the godfather comes over and eats the cookies. So somebody still eats the cookies, and they still leave a note for Santa and reindeer food, and you know, things like that. Is, you know, some people don't want to tell. They say you're lying to your kids,
Yeah.
but it's fun. It's fantasy.
It's just
to
a
teach
fantasy
them how
for
to
the children.
dream and things like that. So, you know, it's about keeping the spirit and keeping things going. Simple things that are family traditions.
Exactly.
To make you feel good.
And I think that with that, maybe I know a part of that is how I grew up. And with that, but we're talking about today are things that affect with the holiday. We're talking about the love of it first, because I see now when I say Christmas just not the same how it used to be. I don't even see it. Like even when you said when you're going outside, I mean, you don't see anybody outside.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see anybody outside. You don't see those oranges and apples and all that in the hands, right? Because that's all we had. But we're talking about now things that I went back and I thought about last night.
Yeah.
When you're out and about during this holiday season, how it's so important to be safe.
Safe.
Have a conversation with people in your family
Yes.
about how to be safe.
Yes.
Children, you know, the young people out there now, be safe.
Yes.
There was on Charlemagne the God yesterday. He had me laughing so hard. It was this young lady. It was Shop with a Cop Day. But it was in, I think, Arizona somewhere.
Yes.
Way out there.
Yes.
But Walmart was filled to the rim with police officers.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear that story?
Yes.
And this young lady walked in and go steal the stuff.
Try to start stealing while the cops are
Why
there.
the cops there?
It's crazy. It's amazing.
And it was so funny to me when Charlamagne said, he said, now, I understand, because at first she said, I want to do this for my kids. He said, but honey, didn't you see all those police?
All those cops. And that's the thing is because people become desperate during the holiday season, because they feel like they have to do what they may be unable to do, then they begin, that's where some of the uptick in stealing and theft and crime comes in there, is because some people feel desperate and they feel like they have to do something for their children or for themselves, or they know that people are vulnerable, and so that's why there's a higher rate of crime during this time.
Now, so like Charlamagne said, think about the consequences. Okay, it's Christmas. You didn't get the toys. Now you ain't got. They don't have you. I mean, because you were going to jail.
They don't think about that.
They don't think about that.
They don't think about that.
But you know, and it's so. I guess you have to think about your consequences.
You do.
And that's in everything in life, though. You think about the consequences that you do before you do it.
Yes.
You know?
And sometimes they just don't think about the consequences, or the weight of what they feel like they need to do or have to do, or the greed of what they feel is stronger than their fear of the consequences.
You said something right there that's great, the greed.
Yes.
Because I don't think you need it. I mean, if you got to go in there to take it like that, it's
Yeah.
not something that you deadly need like that.
Yes. And there are so many organizations here in our Pensacola that give away toys. The Pensacola Police Department does a toy giveaway. The Sheriff's Department does a toy giveaway, and a Shop with a Cop as well. Salvation Army does a toy pickup. There are so many organizations within our own community that will help parents that cannot afford to give their children what they like for them to have. And so there's no need to go out there and try to do those things to get your children what they need.
Exactly.
And it's not even things that they need. Sometimes it's just wants.
You got to be able to determine between the want and the need and when you can't afford to get it.
Yes. And some people may feel like, well, that's easy for you to say. You know, you can afford to buy your kids what they want or what they need. But my mom was a single mom. She was a nurse, worked 2 or 3 jobs, you know, to get us what we need. And so I was raised in Pensacola Village and Warrenton Village.
There you go.
So I wasn't always this blessed to have the financial stability that I have, or to have the things that I have. But it comes with morals and values.
Exactly.
And not wanting to get out there and do things that you shouldn't do. And it's okay to have real conversations with your kids. I have it with my kids. They believed that we had to pay Santa for the materials to build the toys. So they will always understand that there was a budget. You know, even though we let them believe in Santa, we'd be like, but we got to pay Santa. Where he think he get the materials from?
Exactly.
So that they understood budget and money, and that, hey, we can't go out of hand. And even now that they're older and they understand that Santa isn't real, they get a budget. And you don't go over your budget. You know, I go over the budget a little bit, but they don't know that. But, you know, it's okay to set kids, you know, to set standards for them, or to be honest with kids and let them know, okay, we can't do as much this year as we normally do, or we're not going to be able to do a lot, but we're going to do what we can.
And there's something else I want to make a point of, is the fact that how we need to make sure with the kids at home now, because is school out? School
will be out as of tomorrow's a half a day for Escambia County.
Okay.
And then school is out all of next week and then the following week. And so
they don't go back to January?
They don't go back to January the 6th.
Oh, the 6th.
I think it's the 6th, which is a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a Tuesday.
And so we want to make
sure
that while they're home, they're safe, because I'm not off work. And we understand parents aren't off work just because the kids are out of school, and some daycares are closed for the holidays. And so you want to make sure your children are safe at home. Make sure that there's no type of heater.
Now, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
You won't believe, that's right here, about the heating factor with those space heaters, and you got fires and all this stuff get started. And this can take the simplest thing.
Yes. It can take the simplest things. If you love candles, making sure that the lighters are put up. They don't know how to light the candles, or try to light the candles. We want to make sure that you're not leaving the oven open to keep them warm. We know that's a thing. Some people don't have heat, so they turn the oven on to warm their houses. If you have to do that, I remember the day.
Right.
But you do it for a little bit, and you close up, you turn off. You don't fall asleep with that open. you know, you want to make sure that the tree isn't plugged up all day, every day. You want to unplug that tree during the daytime. Plug it up at night where it's beautiful when it's dark.
Right.
But you want to unplug it in the daytime. A big thing that people don't think about is the dryers. If you don't have
The dryer?
the dryer, lint cleaning out the dryer, but running the dryer all day or running the dryer while you gone, that's hazardous. A lot of people don't think about that because they don't clean the lint out the dryer.
Guilty.
So you clean the lint out the dryer filter, but the lint can get clogged and caught up in the dryer vent, and if you don't get that cleaned out, that can cause a fire. So there are so many things that you want to kind of take care of to make sure your children are safe while they're at home.
That's a great point because I'm guilty of that.
Yeah. The dryer vent that goes from inside your house to outside your house. Sometimes that lint gets caught in there and it builds up, and so
Really?
that can spark a fire. Yes.
You
yes,
see
it
what we're
can.
learning today? Something I didn't do because I don't check that. I only think that little thing in the front.
That little thing in the front, but everything don't get caught in that little thing in the front.
Okay, we learn the tips. When you all, I mean, and I know you all work with a lot.
Yes.
When you get these things like that, and it's the simplest thing that you get calls, and I know you are that person that has to go to help their family
Yes.
to cope.
Yes, and that's a hard thing, you know, because if someone loses things in a fire, we can replace clothing. You know, if everyone survives, we can replace clothing, we can replace things, but family pictures, heirlooms, things like that can never be replaced. So you want to be safe and you want to have a plan. I know most people don't do this. You don't think to do this, but hey, we need to know how we're going to get out this house. What if you're stuck over here? What if you're stuck over there? This is how you're going to get out. We're going to meet in the front yard or we're going to meet in the backyard, because you're trying to go back in the house to get someone out the fire and they're on the other side of the house. So you want to make sure that you have a plan for if something's going to happen. We do that at work.
Exactly.
But we don't think to do that for our own home. We don't think, hey, I need to make sure y'all understand what happens in a fire. Do you have a fire extinguisher in your home? You know? Or do you know how to use it? Do you have, so we have two. We have one in the kitchen and then we have one on the other side. Grease fires. You want to know how to put out a grease. You don't put water on a grease fire, things like that. So you want to make sure that you're being safe because we're cooking for the holidays, right? And so we want to make sure.
I'm microwaving.
So we want to make sure we know how to put out, you know, grease fires. You don't want to you want a fire extinguisher if you have one, but you don't want to put water on there. You could throw flour on there.
Exactly.
Smother it out, something else other than water, because that'll cause it to go up higher.
Now you see, I just learned something else. I thought salt. I don't know where I get salt from, but I thought salt.
Yeah.
But flour.
Yeah, you throw some flour on there because it's like powder. It smothers it. So.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't have any in the house. So I need to buy some just in case.
Buy a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
You have that. That'll
I
pull it
have
out.
those, but
Yeah.
you know.
And fire extinguishers have to be checked, so they expire. And so you have to have them checked. And so local fire departments can check them. They have an expiration date on them, or you can get rid of them. Just get you another one. They're not that expensive. You can get them at Walmart, anywhere. Keep your fire extinguisher. You can get a little bitty one. You can get a bigger one. You know, keep things in your house to be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly. And during the holiday season, I think we become a little laxed.
Yes.
And we think that, because sometimes when I see things and I read stories about things that are happening, it's so amazing the small little thing that it was. It could be a speck they can go back and find that was on a chair.
Yeah.
That's what started the fire.
If you're a smoker and you fall asleep and you don't realize you put the cigarette all the way out, a big thing that people don't realize is sometimes you can put a fire out and it can ignite again. And so you have to make sure it's completely out. Make sure there's nothing around that can, catch on fire or whatever. But if you're a smoker, you want to make sure you put your cigarette completely out. If you love candles, light candles, turn them off when you go to bed. Smother them. Make sure they're completely out. You know, that's why I love, certain candles that come with the top. You put the top back on it, it smothers the smoke down and makes it go out.
She's teaching me something else.
So when you buy those nice candles from those stores that cost something, when you hit those candle sales, keep those tops. The top goes back on it to put the fire out. You don't blow it out and smoke. You put the top on it. Let it smother that fire out.
We're talking about this because it's the holiday season, and I couldn't do your job.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I mean, because I get so emotional. I don't think I could. But God knows what He gave it when He gave it to you.
Yes, He
I mean,
did.
to see this and to handle this, and we're saying this, isn't that a way? I think once before we talked about this, that there are times that you can call to get your things checked,
Your
and they'll
fire alarm
yeah,
checked.
checked, and they replace them. Something does that.
It's usually the fire department
Right.
that you can call and they can do an inspection. I'll double check and make sure, and we'll come back to that. But usually it's the fire department, and they'll check your fire alarms, make sure they're working correctly. But your fire alarm should have a button that you can push, and you push that button, and all of them should go off to see if they're working. If you have battery fire alarms, you need to change the battery every year.
Because if they don't, they do this. Beep.
Yeah.
Like mine right now. Beep.
And you know we do that. And we'd be like, I'll get to it, and we don't get to it.
Because you get used to it.
Yeah. But the fire, whichever alarm is closest to that fire is the one that's going to go off and set the other ones off.
Right.
So if the one you have that's beep, beep, doesn't catch that fire, then that fire is spread it farther before the rest of them go off.
I got you.
So-
ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, we're having a conversation I think that we need to have more often, because it's the simple things that we think that we've got so under control that we do not have under control. It is time to bring it back top of mind. When you keep it top of mind and be that person that's vigilant on what you have to do.
Yes.
Teach your children, have a plan to get out of the house. Go through the drills so that the family will know.
Here's the thing, and I actually was taught this by one of our former captains, is you decorate your room and your room look all good and it's all pretty, and you got that bed right up against that window, or you got that dresser right up against that window. When you decorate your house and your bedrooms, try not to block your windows. Try not to put the bed up against the window. Try not to put the dresser up against the window, because you don't want something in the way in case you do have to get out the house, or they have to get in the house to get you. And so, you don't think about that. So, my headboard looks real cute.
Right, with the
behind
window, and then you got the curtains that way.
Yeah. And it's real cute until you're trying to get out that window for an emergency. So when you are setting your furniture up and your things in your house, especially in your kids' room, you want to make sure those areas of exit and entry are not blocked.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the importance of being safe during the holiday season. We're talking about in the home, we're talking about outside the home. And when we do this, we're talking about the things that you need to make sure that's done, especially now that the kids are going to be at home. And 99.9% of the time, you still got to work. So let's educate them on the things that they need to do and know how to do. We're going to tell you more about shopping, what to do with your cars, how not to entice somebody to want to get in your car.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that when we return right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Join me as I have a conversation with Dr. Dawn Walton, Chief Medical Officer of the Studer Children's Hospital, and Claire Kirscher, as we talk about how we can make sure we have the healthiest babies and the healthiest moms right here in our area.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness, sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month, during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Pensacola, Wagwan mean? What's up in Jamaica? My name is Nash, CEO of Good Vibes Jamaican Grill. Once you see me, you already know this is where the flavor, the vibes, everything is at right here at 7999 Pensacola Boulevard. If you want oxtail, curry goat, jerk chicken, and so much more, just come right here at Good Vibes. Just come on down and just come enjoy yourself. If you haven't been, you're missing out. And if you're coming, bring your friend, tag a friend or friend.
Never been a better time to be in Pensacola, Florida, and we're going to find out why from Mayor Reeves as he joins me with Conversations with Quint. You don't want to miss this.
first, even though she introduced
And
me.
welcome
you
back
guys-
to the hottest spot in town. Right here with Sunshine's Corner. We are talking with Tara Spencer today in regards to being safe for the holiday season. And we're talking about other people too.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yes.
And I say that because I thank you, Tara, for getting up to come in, because I want to make sure that our viewers are safe. Holiday season, you find out and you see a lot because of the fact that when you're trying to out there with the hustle and bustle, you got, trying to go get this, you're buying presents, you got to go get this, and you may leave your car, you may leave something laying out on the back seat that's going to make somebody try to break in that car. And I'll tell you, last night when I was watching that piece about the police from here in Santa Rosa and Escambia, they said, what do people do to break in your car? They come in the neighborhood, all they do is hit the window, hit the latch, see which one is unlocked. They go through house by house. And whichever one is unlocked,
Whichever
they
one
can
is
ride that
unlocked.
car and take it.
Whichever one is unlocked. And a lot of times people, we as women sometimes leave our purses in the car, our wallets in the car, and we don't think, we don't make sure we lock the door, or we're carrying everything in because we went grocery shopping or shopping and we leave something in the car. You get comfortable and it may be the next day, you be like, where I left my wallet at? And it's in the car and you didn't lock the car. So you want to make sure your cars are locked. You want to make sure you're not leaving anything valuable in the car, especially if you don't have cameras around your house to watch your cars. You just want to make sure you're safe. If you're coming home at night by yourself, you want to make sure you're paying attention to what's around your car. If anyone's, we are routine. We are creatures of routine.
Exactly.
Go the same way home every day. You want to make sure, take a different route one day. Go left instead of going right. Just make sure nobody's keeping up with you. People are watching. Make sure nobody followed you from the mall. You did all that shopping, had you a great time, and you not paying attention to the car that's been behind you since you left the mall. So we want to make sure that we're being safe when we're out, when we're about, in our cars, around our cars. I did a training with some young ladies, and I was like, now how many of us pull in our driveway any time of day at night?
Exactly.
Sit in the car for 5 minutes looking down at our phone, maybe listening to some music. Before you know it, somebody's up on your car, tapping on your car, because we're not paying attention to our surroundings. And we know we all do that. That's like
I do that.
Debrief. I sit in my car for 5 minutes. I'm sitting watching the phone or something before I go in. But during this holiday season, if you've been shopping or other things, you want to pay attention. You want to look up. You go and get yourself out that car
and go in the house.
You don't want to sit in that car.
What about this? If when you sometimes you see like a lot of places have things on sale. You go out and buy this before Christmas. Is it smart to put the boxes outside that you just opened?
No.
Ooh, no, because they know you got that new TV.
That big box.
That 65-inch screen.
That everybody can see from the street sitting on the curb.
Exactly.
You do not want to do that. Break that box down. Do you know you can wet those boxes? If you wet those boxes, they'll break down a little bit.
Really?
And so you can break them down a little bit and kind of put them out there instead of just sitting that box out there like that with that TV, that pretty picture of that TV on it. So you want to try to tear those boxes up a little bit, break them down. You can still sit them out there, but have them laying flat. If somebody wanted to know what was in that box, they got to come look at it.
Exactly.
You just don't want that box sitting out there with that pretty tricycle you just brought your baby and all of that, because you do sometimes become a target. And I'm going to tell you another big thing. People love to post where they're going. I'm at the airport. I'm going here. I'm doing that. I'm being here. Don't tell people you're on vacation. Do not tell people you're on vacation. Don't post you're leaving for vacation, because you know what that lets them know? Your house is free. Empty.
I can go in your house.
Your house is empty, your cars, nobody's watching, and a lot of people are like, well, I have cameras. Well, if
you're not there,
real good.
Remember Home Alone?
If they cover up real good, if they, if we don't get a good picture, if you don't have a good camera system, or if they got on gloves and a mask, we can't see who they are. So just because you have a camera system does not mean you shouldn't have other safety measures, like not posting that you're on vacation. Come home first and then be like, oh, look at what we did. You don't have to let people know that, you don't have to let the whole world know that you're leaving. And
you think social media is something, sometimes, not cutting you off, I mean, with social media, we put on there too much.
we put entirely too much. And some people you try to warn and you try to let them know, but they still, want to.
That's their platform, or they can be seen. That's their platform.
Sometimes we overshare that can make us be a target for things, so we need to not do that because we don't want everyone to know what we have going on inside our home.
What should people know it's time to, how do they, tell them again, you were talking about how you unplug the Christmas tree, how you unplug the heaters. I have a space heater that I use because I'm in my house alone.
Yes.
So instead of just turning everything on to heat the whole house, I bought a nice little space heater that I put in my bedroom.
Space heaters actually draw more electricity than turning on your heat in your house. Space heaters are very high.
I thought I was doing something.
Space heater actually can pull more electricity than turning on your heat in your house.
Really?
But if you just have, I have a little small one sometimes in my bathroom, because your bathroom gets pretty chilly, and I'll turn it on, but I completely unplug it when we're not in the bathroom.
I do that when I leave home.
Yes, and so, but you want to be careful if you're using it to not leave it on when you're not at home. Make sure that it's a good space heater. You don't want something that is older, may have some electrical issues. You want to make sure it's not dimming the lights. Sometimes you plug up something and the lights kind of dim a little bit.
That means putting a lot of juice.
You need to pull that out. You need to unplug that, see what's going on and why that's causing a shortage in your house. You don't want to do that.
Absolutely. She's coming to everything. I hadn't pulled no electricity like that, but I thought I was being smart because I have gas heat, and I was like,
Exactly. And you trying to just I just need this one room.
Because my bathroom is connected to the bedroom.
It's not that space heaters they're dangerous, but only when not used properly.
Right.
Or trying to heat a whole home, an entire home,
right.
or left unwashed or unkept, left on.
Right.
So they become dangerous. And sometimes people have no other choice than to use space heaters, and that's when you just have to be careful.
Be very careful.
Yeah.
And don't go to bed with it on. Go to sleep with it on. Unplug it. What you been in the business that you're in, and been in it for 20 years?
27.
27 years. You got this stuff printed in your heart. When you find things, what is one of the most common things that you find that people think that's okay and they leave it on, or they do doing this? With anything, there's a commonality that we do that we think is okay.
I think the biggest commonality that we do that we think is okay is to be honest, it's not like one thing, but I think that we just become so complacent with things. And so we give these warnings about be careful about this, be careful about that, but we become so complacent sometimes until it happens to us.
Because we think it's not going to happen to me.
Because we think we think it's going to happen, but we just become so, the holidays, we get so excited and so joyous and so happy, and we're trying to shop and do all these other things. And so even some of the precautions that we normally take, we just kind of forget. It's Christmas season. I pull out my credit card a little more, and then I didn't realize I left my card somewhere.
Right.
Things like that. But a commonality that is very serious, that really is not a crime at all, but that we don't consider, is looking out for each other.
Okay.
And so the holiday seasons is a big time where people are home more. So if they're in an abusive home, or people are depressed more, or things like that. And so there's also more crime as far as what's going on in the home, because kids are home just like in the summertime, but there's also more suicides during this time of year because of seasonal depression, being away from family, not having family, the holidays, and everybody's joyous when you don't have to give. That's a thing that people don't, it's not a crime, but people don't think about the fact that the holiday season isn't joyous for everyone. Sometimes it brings in sadness.
Do you all get a lot of calls and stuff?
We do. We do. We do.
During the holidays?
Because people are, lost their loved ones. Now you got a holiday without someone you love being there. It's a change in weather. It's not sunny. You can't get a little upset or sad and just go to the beach. You're stuck in the house because of the weather. It's darker, it's dimmer, and that's a real thing. Seasonal depression, seasonal, being alone,
Right.
that's a real thing. And so we have to be careful and check on each other, check on people you know that don't have family. Like you say, you're an empty nester, you know, you're home alone. You want to check on some of those people that are home alone. Who you going to spend your
I'll
holidays
just be
with?
asleep.
Yeah, see.
I mean,
But some people, you know, they just don't have anyone else. We don't think about that. We don't think about our elderly. Are they warm? Are they okay? You
I
know,
often tell people to check on for
you know,
that.
check on your elderly people. Check on your friends. Check on your family. Make sure they're good. If they're separating themselves or they're not, I'm not going to be there this year. You know, we'd be like, oh, well, you want to act ugly? No, make sure they're good. Make sure they're okay.
I got you.
And that's the thing that we want to
well,
do.
yeah, and I say that because, you know, when you brought up the fact about that, I had somebody I was talking to about how they are so, it's sad that people when they're here, you know, if they are alone, everybody like me that just want to, you know,
Yeah.
I'm okay. That they need that connection.
Yes.
And with this, because if they're alone, then you may not find out till later
Yes.
that they're not okay. And these are the things that, even like when this rain out here now, I mean, check on the
Yeah.
people. I mean, it's coming down. I mean,
is.
but check on people like that because of the fact that that's what the police department, they got different departments out there to help people like that. You got the fire department been trained to help people like
Yes.
that. Don't take things for, just take advantage of the fact that we have up there. Don't do it
Yeah.
because you, the dog barking. I've seen people, I mean.
Another commonality that I will tell you is we love to mail cards and gift cards and, you know, give checks and stuff to friends and stuff. Be careful. Don't. I've had a gift card stolen out of my card. My mother-in-law sends me cards.
Out of the mailbox?
Out the mailbox. Out the mailbox. We've had people that work for the post office be the person that steals, or people that we had a huge case one time with that. And so you want to be careful in mailing gift cards. You want to be careful in mailing checks. We had a recent one where the check was taken and they'll try to, you know, take the name off the check, change the name on the check. So you want to be careful in sending family checks. You want to be careful in trying to send them gift cards. You want to be careful in, you definitely don't send cash
Exactly,
in an envelope, but people still do that sometimes.
You know how some people, when they get their checks in the mail, do they take those? They'll try to take that. They know when the 1st and the 15th coming around. My Lord and glory. You know, I see this thing now, and we're going to go to break, but I want to talk about it. When we come back, I want to talk about how what AT&T is doing right now to help with people who don't know how to use this to get help.
Yes.
I saw that on TV. I'm going to share that with you. Well, be a part of this conversation. What are some things that you think that we should be doing to keep top of mind during this holiday season? 850-432-7768. That's the number to call. You can get in touch with us right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
You are invited to the 37th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, Monday, January the 19th, 11 o'clock a.m. in downtown Pensacola. This year's powerful theme is, with unity, we won't turn back. Register your group today. Entries are placed by the date your application is received, so don't wait. For registration forms, email the mlking2020@gmail.com or call 850-378-9242. Join us as we honor the life, the legacy, and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families, and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
Welcome back to the hottest spot in town. Well, the wet part of town, because that rain is coming down. But let me tell you, I want to remind everybody, don't forget now that King Holiday is coming up on January the 19th. It's Black Man. Last year it snowed, remember? But the MLK parade is going to be January the 19th, even though the route had to change a little bit. I mean, but still, we're going to have the parade. But I encourage you, please, you know, the slogan this year is, the theme is, with unity, we're not going back. And I want to encourage everybody to please be a part of this parade. This is a legacy. Be a part of it, because there's so many other places don't even have it. It's been taken away. And I do not want us to have that happen here. So if you would, you go to the website, just key in MLK, it'll come up. And get registered. You can do it online, and everything you can do it online now. You don't have to wait on that other piece of paper. But I encourage you to do that, because January the 19th will be here before you know it. And I tell you, because I can't wait, because I'm in agreement with unity. And when I say that, yes, unify and come together and support that parade. And I just want everybody to make sure that we take part in that, because that's something that was, it's legacy with Dr. King. It's just legacy with him. And I don't want anybody to miss out on that. Please, if you don't know how to get in touch with them, call me after the show. I'll tell you how to do it. Just be there. Somebody want to talk to us. Let's see who this is. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine. How you doing?
Oh, what's up, man? It's raining.
Yes, it is. I'm just not getting back from the Phoenix Springs, so I've been on the road since like 6 o'clock this morning. And but I wanted to call in and talk about like some of the precautions, safety precautions that we have for our foster families.
Oh, okay.
And so what we do, and good morning, Tara. Thank you for being able to, you know, talk about safety in the home during the holiday season.
Yes.
And so some of the precautions that we have, like Tara mentioned, we require that all foster homes, in each room, that there is 2 egress, what we call egress is entrance and escapes in the home. So that means that there has to be, a door has to have a clearance and a window has to have a clearance. And and they have to be in every room of the home.
Oh.
We also check yearly. Every room has to have a smoke detector, and they all have to be working as part of their relicense process. And so we have to go through that and check each and every one of those every year to make sure that they are properly working.
Oh, wow.
Another safety precaution is that they have to have a flashlight in every bedroom as well.
Well, I won't. Don't.
And then part of my job is that I take out the foster families' fire extinguishers, and I take them over to Hiller to help them inspect it. And with the inspection, so they would check and see if they've been used, if they're low, they would refill them. And then also they would, after 5 to 6 years, they are no good. So they would say, we can't do that. We can't inspect something that's over that time frame. I think it's a law for them. And then what you do, we have to purchase a new one for them.
Oh, wow.
And so we're making sure that our families are safe, and they are, and they have to take trainings on like fire drills and stuff like that. And they have to have 2 fire drills per year in their home. So I always tell them, every time they get new children in the home, that's the best time to do a fire drill, because the kids need to know where to go in case of an emergency.
Exactly. That's good. Well, okay, Officer Eric.
I love Eric. Eric's a wealth of knowledge.
I mean, I tell you, but you know, he does his job and he does it well. He has something that he loves doing.
Yes.
And when you do that, that's not a job.
And I'll tell you another thing that it is great to have in your home is carbon monoxide detector.
Right.
Because we don't
That's the
talk
gas.
enough of, that's the gas. That's the gas. Especially if you have gas in the home and gas is leaking, you want to be careful about that. If you have gas in your home, make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector. Detector in the home as well as a fire alarm.
Exactly.
A smoke alarm. So,
Exactly.
yes.
Well, Eric can tell you every time you come by my house, it's the Sunshine. Where's your batteries?
That's right, Eric. Stay on.
Well, thank you so much, Eric, as always, and be safe out there, okay? I
barely can hear you.
Oh, all right then. Well, thank you, love, and be safe out there.
Thank you so much, yo. You all too.
All right,
Be
bye-bye.
careful.
I tell you, Eric is one that I love about him. He's out driving, but he's watching the show. You know, but that's what you call a supporter.
Yes.
I mean, it is so good. But he made some great points on that. I think that's what I was alluding to earlier about educating our young people on the house, on which area we're going to go in for the house. Because I've seen, and I think about things that I've seen, whereas if you got a child left at the house and you try to go back and get the child, then you and the child get caught.
You and the child.
What about if the doors are closed? Isn't that causes pressure and they won't? I mean, they'll pop or something like that. I don't think it's pop, but it does something.
I'm not sure.
I know she's not a fireman, but I know that what she does is she tells you the things that they're taught on how you can prevent things in your home.
Yeah, if your door is closed and there's a fire on the other side of the door, you don't want to open that door. You want to try to get out that room the other way. That's why you have two ways to get out. So if there's a fire, say you're in your room and there's a fire in the kitchen, if you don't have a fire extinguisher to go try to put that out, or it's too big, you want to get out the other way. You don't want to open that door and add oxygen to the fire.
That's
you want to get out the window. So leave that door closed. If you can't get out or you're you're trying to get that window broke, you want to put a towel or something at the door, because it's the smoke that gets in your lungs that can cause just as much damage as being burned. So you want to make sure you're not inhaling that smoke, because that's dangerous. That's why firemen go in with masks on, because the smoke inhalation is dangerous and bad for you as well.
Do you see what we're learning today? Are you being mindful? Are you writing these things down like you're doing notes? But know this now, if you didn't get it today, you'll be able to watch it again this afternoon at 6 o'clock, because I think it's so important that we know what procedure we need to take to be safe, to protect our family, to protect our children, to educate our children for even when school is out next week. Tomorrow, they're going to be out next week. I can't believe Christmas, 1 week from today. That what to do and what not to do. We know those malls are going to be filled.
Yes, they are.
They're going to be filled, everything. But
yes,
I really want to make sure that we can make sure that you don't go out there and do the wrong thing.
Don't go to the bank and get cash, or don't go to the store and get debit cards and credit, or gift cards and leave those in your car. Don't do that. If you go to the bank and you get cash, take that cash home. Don't ride with it on your persons. If you don't need it, don't ride with it in your car. You want to make sure you're not just,
you're not enticing somebody to look.
Yeah, you're not enticing somebody. Where we had cases where people would go get cash, and they give you those cash bags or those envelopes, and you just carry it out and you leave it in the car, and somebody will follow them and break into their car and get that cash out. And so you want to make sure you're not doing that. You're not leaving that money out for someone to get into your car and get while you're out shopping. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm gonna go get this cash real quick and I'm gonna put it in my car. I'll take so much in and spend, and I'll leave the rest. Don't do that. Take it home, or only get out the cash that you need to take with you to go shopping. You don't want to pull all that cash out, counting cash while you're buying things. You want to, if you're paying $100, you just pull out a little $100. Separate it. You just don't want to.
Some people do it.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You're showing somebody you got $5.
Yeah, but you're showing them so they can try to get you.
Exactly.
So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure your debit cards are safe. We have a fraud detective. He was like, look, you make sure you tell them if it sounds too good, it is too good.
Now that's where I want to go next, because let me tell you what's been happening to me. I have been receiving a text message threatening me that I have a ticket And if I don't pay it right then, that they're going to come get me.
So there's two tactics they use when trying to scam you. One is it sounds too good. It probably is too good. The other one is fear. So, you're going to get a ticket, or there's a warrant out for you, or someone you love has been arrested. You need to bail them out, or you're about to lose your home. Those kind of fear tactics, things, your account has been hacked. You need to hurry up and you need to give me some information right now. Anything where they make you feel like you have to hurry up and make a decision is something where you don't need to rush and make a decision.
That's a fraud.
You need to sit back. You need to say, does this make sense? Why am I doing this? If they ask for you to have to go get any type of card and pay them, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go get a gift card. Don't go get any other type of form of payment to pay anyone for anything. If you can't pay through the police department or the state attorney's office or through a reputable place, you don't want to pay that. You don't want to buy it. If you're on Marketplace, people try to get deals by going on Marketplace on Facebook and stuff to purchase things and buy things. Don't pay for anything that you don't have your hands on. You can meet at the police department in exchange. You can meet at the sheriff's department. If someone wants to sell you something, you meet me there. You give me what I'm buying and I'll give you the cash. But don't pay ahead of time. Don't cash app anybody any payment form of payment before you receive what you're trying to get. So you want to be careful in trying to get deals and trying to get something at a cheaper price. Make sure that you're being safe when you're doing that.
Have you all had these cases like this where these people get on the phone with these frauds and they find the ladies that are, like you say, some people may be at home alone and they get all their money?
We do. It's sad, but some people are lonely. That's why I say check on your people. And they think
I'm not going to talk to you for no year and I haven't seen you.
We really do have romance schemers, and we try to tell them, this ain't your real boyfriend. This is somebody over in...
He's in Nigeria. He said he couldn't get from Nigeria because he needed another $5,000.
So, we do actually have those scams and those schemes where people feel, and that's where loneliness comes in. And it's sad when you have those that call the seniors. Hopefully we'll have Captain Reese on to talk about that. He loves teaching seniors about fraud and the schemes because that's the biggest target. And it's sad when they lose their retirement money that they've saved to scammers, people that call, and they're real good. Let me tell you, I've almost had it happen to me. They're real good. And as soon as I did it, I was like, hold on, that ain't right. And I saw the money moving.
Right.
And so I was like, oh no, I got you.
There you go.
So, if your bank calls you to say that,
something is out of
order, you hang up and you say, I'll call you back.
Exactly.
That's what you do, because your bank isn't going to ask you for your account number.
No, it's not.
Your bank isn't going to ask you for that information. They already have that information.
Thank you.
So they're not going to ask you for that. So you don't want to feel rushed into making any decisions when you get calls from people you don't know. Just hang up. Just don't answer. Delete those text messages. Don't click on no link you don't know nothing about, you don't understand, because you don't want them hacking your stuff. If you use Apple Pay and stuff like that, that stuff is stored in your phone. So when you click on things and it gives them access to what's in your phone, it includes that Apple Pay, that Google Pay,
that you can get that money. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about life. We're talking about the real deals that happens not only during the holiday season, but more so during the holiday season. Want you to be safe, have a great time, enjoy your families, but yet be extra safe. We're going to talk about more. I want to go deep about this fraud because there was something else that I've had so many different things that come on my phone. Yes. But thank God for Jesus. We'll be back for more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Adventure, fun, and connections is all right here in your backyard with Pensacola Parks and Recreation. Bike the trails and feel the rush. Come to our senior programs for ages 50 and older. Learn new skills and make new friends. Tee up at Osceola Golf Course and paddle into nature with Bayview Outdoor Pursuits. Pensacola Parks and Recreation. Discover more, play more, live more.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
We're gonna do. Welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner on this Thursday, 1 week out from Christmas. I can't believe that. I can't believe really that the year has gone by so quickly.
Yes.
It is 2026 already, and I mean, we're what, 3 weeks out from a new year. But it's so unreal that time is going so fast, and I think it's because of so much that's happening in the world today. Mm-hmm. And when you look at that, and I sometimes ask myself, how is it that we've gotten here in such a short time for things to how it's going? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just gets to me that way when it happens, and I just wonder. I say, oh my God. It bugs me sometimes. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Queen. How are you?
Hi, love. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessings are chasing me down.
Oh, come on now. That's what I'm talking about, awesome.
Look here, Queen. I got to share something with you.
Yes.
You know, one of the worst scams is the IRS, FBI type of scam. And Sister mentioned about the fear. And you know, when somebody calls you and tell you that you got some issues with the IRS, you know, you want to know what's going on.
Amen.
So about a year ago, somebody called me, and I could tell they were from out of the country. You know, not to put them down, but the guy called. He said, "Hello." He said, "Hello. Hey, how are you doing? You're doing today?" Well, I'm calling from the IRS, and we are coming to get you. We need you to give me your social security number, and we want to make sure that they don't police and don't get you today. Hey, no, I'm so sorry. So I said, man, look at here. Let me ask you a question. You don't have anything better to do with your time. Why don't you go get a regular job? You know. And so he said, I broke him down. He said, well, I am sorry. I don't want to hurt anyone, but we don't have many jobs over here. We don't have a lot of jobs over here.
Really?
He said, well, let me ask you a question. Do you have a good job over there? I said, well, I'm making it, man. I'm doing what I can. Well, if I come over there, will I can find you and you will help me make you like America. I said, man, look here. I got to go. But be careful. Be careful about those, the FBI and the IRS, scams. And then a more serious question to the sister there.
Yes, sir.
They have these blankets you can buy now to put out fires. So I just want to hear her comments on that.
Oh, okay, good.
They do.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sister, for taking my call.
All right. Thank you, love. Have a great one.
Okay.
You have a good day now. You hear?
They do. They have blankets that you can use that are heavy-weighted blankets that you can throw on grease fires and other fires.
You can go purchase that. I got to get the fire department on.
Yeah.
Because it's this time of year, especially, we need that. And for people that are at home alone, I mean, like with the elderly and with the kids coming out of school, these are things that we need to be aware of. We can get so comfortable, and we just little things can spark something big. But if we know
things.
what to do, and I'm glad that Hazam let us know about that blanket. I didn't know about that. I don't even have flour in the
I
house.
forgot about the blanket, but there is a blanket you can buy, you can purchase, and it's just a heavy blanket, but it's made of a material that will just smother the fire. Just like I talked about those tops, it'll just smother the fire and put it out. So they're amazing. That's the thing, is there's so many resources out there, so many things you can do, and we should not be caught unprepared and not able to save ourselves, our children, our family, and
this save your home.
Yeah, our home. Because there's fireproof safes for those that have your life insurance, your other things. Get you a fireproof safe so you can have those things in there. So if a fire go through your home, you still have those
important papers that you need.
Birth certificate, things like that. A lot of people don't keep copies of your credit card. If you look on the back of your credit card, it say if lost or whatever, dial this number, and you don't remember what the number was because you don't have the card. You're trying to figure it out. I used to keep copies of the cards, back of your card, so you have that number and you know what the front of the number looks like.
Of course.
Yeah, so you can cancel those cards if you don't have the apps. Nowadays, some of us have apps, and you can just cancel it in your app. You can freeze your card.
Amen.
Did you know that?
I knew that.
So,
but we're down to 2 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Now let's talk about this real quick since we got 2 minutes.
Right.
New Year's Eve coming right after Christmas.
Right.
You want to make sure you be safe. If you want to do fireworks or things like that with your children, you want to make sure you keep them safe.
Exactly. Especially with those things, what we call them, sparklers.
Those sparklers, yes.
Those sparklers start a fire a heartbeat. I think those things are hot because I used to play with those.
Yes.
And people are,
but they sparkle everywhere.
Exactly.
And they drop everywhere, and you do it on the grass or other places.
And with the grass how it is now,
yes,
it's not green and pretty. How can I say thank you?
Just thank you.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. Yes. I mean, for what you do in the city, for what you do with your career, what you do as a woman, as a mother, as a friend, and I tell you, thank you for coming in to keep us aware, knowledgeable on things that we need to know. That we're going to have you back.
Yes.
And Merry Christmas.
To you as well.
Thank you, love. I'll have some popcorn.
As my daughter said, Merry Christmas.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great day. It's raining on the outside. If you're traveling, please be extra careful because those streets are slippery. But I want to leave you as I do every single day. Never, ever, 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 ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first in whatever you do, I know this for a fact. Because if it were not for Him, I don't know where I'd be. If it were not for Him, I don't know what I would do. Consult Him, get Him in your life, and watch what He will do. Watch things change. Watch things change. So until tomorrow at 9 o'clock for another day of sunshine, know that I do love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone, and be safe. Till tomorrow, bye for now. Thank you, Tara, and the PPD. I appreciate everything that you guys do for us right here in our city. Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.